Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog channel. Today we are doing my first trimester update. I have a lot to talk about because I've held it in for so long and now I just have to speak on it. I have a lot of like video clips that I'm gonna kind of insert in between me talking, and that way there is a little bit of like back and forth between like me updating in the past and me updating in the present. So get excited. We're talking about the first trimester of my second pregnancy. So I found out right away at 4 weeks. I think I might have even been a day or two before 4 weeks. I found out really, really early this time. And one of the first symptoms I had was a really strange one compared to my last pregnancy. Last pregnancy, I basically had no symptoms or very little symptoms until I hit 6 weeks. And then I was super nauseous and sick from like 6 weeks on and exhausted. This time, before I found out I was pregnant, I remember maybe the day before I took that pregnancy test that was positive, I was walking around at the grocery store and I thought I was going to pass out because I literally could not breathe. I felt like I was lightheaded. I felt like my heart was racing and I was like, oh my God, I must be getting extremely sick or something, or maybe I'm pregnant. And I was like, this is a weird pregnancy symptom, so I don't think so. But I just remember walking around the grocery store and I even texted Sean and I was like, I cannot breathe. I feel like something's wrong. My heart is racing. I don't know if I'm sick or what, but I literally cannot live my life right now. And then the next day, or maybe 2 days later, I don't remember exactly what day it was, but a couple days before that pregnancy test, and I was like, oh, that must be why. And that is one thing that's been so different from this pregnancy. Last pregnancy, it was mainly the nausea and the exhaustion that got me. This pregnancy, yes, the exhaustion, but so many instances of like feeling hard to breathe, like tight chest, heart racing vibes. It's not a fun vibe, but it's way more fun than being sick all the time. So I would take having like my heart racing and hard to breathe over the nausea any day because nausea is miserable. Another thing that I dealt with right away, like 4 to 5 weeks, was bloating. I felt so bloated all the time and it was so uncomfortable and my clothes didn't fit me like right out of the gate. Like all of a sudden none of my jeans fit me, barely any of my leggings fit me right away. Whereas last time I think I skated through until like 15 or 16 weeks before I even started wearing maternity clothes. It's just very different this time than last time. I just wanted to show you guys my pregnancy test collection because yes, I am one of those who takes a million tests because I get nervous. I don't know. But I thought I'd show you. So this is the very first one I took. The first one that was positive. It might be hard to see. I think I need to set you down. You can very faintly see a line. And this was the first one that I took on the 25th of September where I found out I was pregnant. And then because I didn't believe it, I also took this one, which makes like a little crisscross. And you can faintly see a line. I know it's hard to see on the camera, but it's there. So those were my first ones from my first day. Then I decided to try to see if I could see a progression. So day 2, this was on the 26th. You can see it's a much clearer line. The 27th, the 28th, even darker. And the 29th, also very dark, getting darker and darker, which is what I wanted to see. But then yesterday, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna take one more just because I've been feeling tired, but that's pretty much the only symptom I've had is like a slight tiredness, which I could even blame because I drink like 5 cups of coffee a day and I've cut myself down to 1. So I could even blame that for feeling tired just because I'm not used to the lack of caffeine. This is the one I took yesterday. A dye stealer. This is the pregnancy line. This is supposed to be the control line. And you can see it, but it stole the dye. So I'm done, but I wanted to show you my collection before I throw them in the trash. I'm gonna be 5 weeks tomorrow, and I'm gonna give like a 5-week update But one thing that is so far very different from my first pregnancy. The first pregnancy, I felt some symptoms, a lot of food aversions before 6 weeks, and then 6 weeks hit me like a train. And those were kind of the symptoms that I was feeling until 6 weeks. This one, I'd say the biggest, I am a little bit fatigued, but the bloating is unreal. I cannot set you down for a second and just show you. Like, my stomach isn't normally this bloated. I feel so bloated all the time. Barely ever goes away. It's almost like, it's not painful, but it's really just uncomfortable bloating. Like, it does not feel good. I'm hoping it goes away soon because, or like when the bump comes in, I guess, but either way, I'm not feeling too great about the bloating. It does not feel good at all. I remember somewhere around 6 weeks was when the exhaustion really set in. I remember just feeling like I could sleep all day, every day. Normally, I was pretty good at like keeping up with the house, keeping up with like doing stuff, but this time, like I just couldn't. Like I literally couldn't. I remember just like sleeping in, going to bed at 7 p.m., laying on the couch, like, and just falling asleep. Like, I was just miserably exhausted, and I just couldn't do anything at all. And I feel like I can't do anything. I'm so low energy and just having such a hard time. Yesterday, I didn't do anything except hang with my toddler all day, and then nap, and then hang with my toddler, and then go to sleep. Nothing. And then today I was like, I feel like I should be more productive. I feel like I can be more productive. And I just laid my daughter fountain. I laid my daughter down for a nap. And here I am. I'm so tired. How are you supposed to get anything done when you feel like this? One of the cravings I had this time around, last time it was very much so like salty things. Like I really loved pickles, really loved like the saltier things in life. This time so far, it's been a lot of sour candy, like anything sweet and sour, any candy really at all. Like I've just been loving candy, which I'm not a candy girl. So it's like a really odd thing for me because I really don't eat a lot of candy. But this time around, it's definitely the candy that's been doing it for me. I wanted to give an update of how I'm doing. Of course, not like a good scheduled one on the way to work. I'm feeling very bloated. None of my jeans fit me anymore, only leggings, which is crazy. I'm just a lot more bloated than I was last time by like a lot. I'd say my biggest two symptoms are this like breathlessness thing where I feel like I can't breathe, which I did not have last pregnancy really until the end. And then also just exhaustion. I've been really blessed so far that I've not been nauseous. I've had a lot of food aversion stuff where it's like I don't really want to eat, and like sometimes my like stomach hurts if I do eat, but it's not like the same as nausea where it's like I feel like I'm gonna throw up. It's just that my stomach hurts a little bit if I eat certain things. So that's the update right now. At 9 weeks is when I had our first ultrasound. I was very nervous. I'm always very nervous going into an ultrasound just because I don't know what it's gonna do. Like, it's really crazy that it takes 9 weeks to be able to get your first ultrasound. Like, part of me understands why, but at the same time, that's a really long time just to be like sitting in limbo. Like, is this baby even alive inside of me? So we had our first ultrasound, 9 weeks. And I told my family right after that first ultrasound. I do have some video clips, so I'm going to include the video clips of telling my family. We did like a late Halloween celebration. I can't remember. I think my parents were out of town for Halloween or something. And I said something to the effect of like, oh, I should have Livy come over and have her wear her costume and we can do like a little Halloween thing. And it was in the beginning of November. And told them around then. So here's the video clips of that.
Relax, I need help. You come this way. Let me see you in these. Say, oh, I like those.
I hate those.
Those are so pretty.
You can throw them in juice. I got that. I was just silently like, I thought about giving
Yeah.
It's gonna be
running circles here.
many weeks.
Hopefully I can jump soon.
Okay, so we have Minnie Mouse for dinner tonight. We're eating her up.
Darn it!
You should try the sausage bun. Dad doesn't think it's as good as normal.
Do you have me sausage little too?
I don't know. Taste it and see. Taste it and see what you think. Put it on a cracker.
Put it on the cracker.
Basically from like 5 or 6 weeks to 12 weeks, it was all pretty much the same. Felt sick, heart racing, hard to breathe, exhausted, tired. That's about it. There was nothing else really. There was nothing exciting to report. No kicks yet, no nothing, because baby's too small at that point to really feel any of that. At 12 weeks, I do remember is when around the time that I started to feel better and a little bit less exhausted. I still even now find myself just being exhausted just from the day, but it's not the same as like the first 12 weeks exhaustion. And as for like the heart racing and hard breathing, that still is like a constant in this pregnancy. It's not every single day, but there are days where it's like, oh my God, I can't even get up to make dinner because I feel like I can't breathe. Which is very different, but also, like I said, I'd rather have the hard to breathe than the nausea. So like if there's a trade-off, it's okay. It wasn't until recently, like when I was 14 weeks, that I started to feel actually better. So 12 weeks, I definitely started feeling like less exhausted. But by 14 weeks, I almost felt like normal, or as normal as you can be in terms of pregnancy. Like I still get exhausted at the end of the day, but I'm not exhausted 24/7 anymore. And I just feel a lot better. I'm currently almost 18 weeks. But as of 14 weeks, which is kind of like the start-ish, the beginning of the second trimester was when I started feeling really a lot better. If that wasn't clear by how much I've been posting and how much more energy it seems like I might have, I really went radio silent for a while there because not only was I working a lot over the past couple months, but also I was feeling so exhausted and sick. So like I just couldn't do YouTube. I had to put it on the back burner for like my own health sake. But I'm happy to be back. If you guys have any questions or things you want answered in the second trimester update, let me know. Right now, I'm thinking that I'll do a second trimester update. I don't know if there will be much to update at the time, but maybe, you know.
Okay, I can't remember the last time I updated anything. I'm currently 12 weeks today, and I finally, in recent days, have been starting to feel better and better in terms of energy levels. I would say my energy levels haven't returned to normal, but they are much, much, much better than they have been for the past like 8-9 weeks. So awesome. Baby's the size of a lime today, and I have some of my like first couple of appointments. I had an ultrasound to confirm the heartbeat at 9 weeks. I don't think I have a video of it. I only have an ultrasound picture, but I do have another ultrasound scheduled this week to check the spinal cord and all of that to make sure it's forming properly. And then I have a midwife appointment this week as well. So very exciting stuff. I think technically I'm still in the first trimester. A lot of people count like week 13 as the start of the second trimester. So very exciting stuff to make it this far and just feel really good. Feel like things are progressing normally. So yay. Hopefully everything continues to be that way. But yeah, I'm feeling really good. No nausea. a little bit tired, having a hard time breathing sometimes just because it's hard to breathe. Overall doing pretty good. So yeah.
But that is all I have for today's video. And I did get some ultrasounds done, I believe, between week 12 and 13. So I will include them at the end of this video just because they're really cute. A baby. We do know the gender. If you were wondering, we do know the gender, and that video will be coming soon. But I'm gonna show you some cute little ultrasound pictures and videos. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.